Okay, first things first, drop your August goals in the comments. I know we already talked a little bit about August goals on the 1st, but we're doing a fun giveaway. I'm giving away an Amazon gift card. You can use it for something fun for back to school, all the things we have coming up with, you need backpacks, clothes, or whatever. So I'm giving away a $15 Amazon gift card. Drop your goals in the comments. Katie's going to draw a winner. You have to have your camera on though. It's a stipulation because I want to see your face. It's so much more fun. It's like we're hanging out in the same room together when I can see your faces. August goals, drop them in the comments. Okay, these are so exciting. I love all of these so much. Last month was incredible, you guys. We added over 150 new VIPs. I remember, I think was I silver? No, I think I was gold. No, I was gold. So I was gold, and a friend of mine her team added 10 people in 1 month. And that just blew me away. Like I was like, what are you doing? Like, how is that possible? How do you add 10 people and you didn't do it all yourself? And the fact that we added over 150, can you guys hear me? Someone said they can't hear anything. Okay, good. I was like, oh no, I'm going to just be talking to myself here. If you can't hear anything, touch your screen, and on the bottom left-hand corner, there's like a little sound thing that if you have to click it to like dial into the sound. Hopefully that helps. But the fact that we added over 150 people, like I'm so grateful. And it's just because I kept going and kept learning and kept growing and kept figuring things out. And it's so much more fun when your team is adding people and it's not just you adding people. So I've been there. I know what it's like to feel like you're the only one working, because you are the only one working at some point until you create business builders, but they will come when you keep going. So congrats on an amazing July. We had so many rank ups, so many new, like we had rank ups all the way to senior ruby. So we had silvers, senior silvers, golds, senior golds, a new ruby, Leanne, woohoo, and a new senior ruby, Betsy. So exciting. But it's just like such a fun month. I love that. And if you're newer, senior ruby means that you're 1 rank away from hitting jewel status. And when you're a jewel, you get your own Plexus Lexus, or you can choose a lifestyle bonus and use that to go towards something else or a different car if you don't love Lexus. And you get a free trip to either Hawaii or Mexico each year, and you get to bring a guest with you. It's like the fanciest trip. We go every year in September. This year it's in my
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. One of these days I'll have good internet. I don't know when, but it will happen. Anyway, this year it's in Mayakoba, Mexico. It's for 5 nights. Hopefully you can hear me. They roll out the red carpet for you. Like they pick you up at the airport when it's in Mexico, because Mexico can be a little sketch here and there, but the actual resort is insane. It's incredible. It's so beautiful. They pick you up and they feed you these amazing meals and they give you gifts, and it's just so much fun. And so it's so exciting. Betsy's team is getting close to being an emerald team, and I'm just so excited for you all. You get like your own jewel, like liaison, however you say that. It's basically you get like a direct email to a jewel, a corporate jewel helper. So you get so much quicker. Like you can message issues and things and they'll message you right back. Like there's so many perks. You get to learn about like specials and things coming up in the future so that you can help plan for your team. Sometimes you get to try like samples of things coming, taste test it and things like that. Like it's just so much fun, and I cannot wait for you all to be there with us as a jewel. Okay. Love all your goals. If you just hopped on, drop your August goals in the comments. Katie is drawing a winner for an Amazon gift card. You have to have your camera on. Okay, so just a few things to help you with just setting you up for success in August. I know we're already a week into August, but August is 31 days long, which is so exciting to me. Hopefully it's, anyway, 31 days long. So we have so much time left. If you've been working these past like 30, 60, 90 days, then you've set yourself up to have an amazing month. So keep going, even if you feel like your goals are really big. So I know Katie and I are, hang on one sec. There we go. Katie and I are going for the shopping spree and we're like 1,000 points away, but we're like, you know what? It's possible. We can do it. It's going to be hard. Yes. It's a lot of work. Yes, but it's possible. And we're making our plan. We're writing things out and we're going to work for it because we know the last month of contest is when amazing things happen when you don't quit and when you don't give up. Okay. So first off, I wanted to do a little vision casting because I think this is a huge piece of helping us hit our goals. The Bible talks about without a vision, the people perish. Like it's really important to have a vision, to share your vision with your team, like to help your team have a vision. And this is part of that piece that I'm going to walk you through here in a sec. But I wanted to share just a little story of before we go into this vision part of when I was a Ruby. We were in a convention contest and I was senior gold going into the contest and I hit Ruby during it. And I had this big goal to hit the top prize of convention contest. I had never hit it before, but it was always like this big dream of mine. You get like the big check. It was like, I think it was $2,500 or $2,000 was the grand prize, not the big prize. Like you got gala and then the cash prize. And so it was my big scary goal. But I remember the last month of the contest that, sometimes when you hit like a big rank, the next month can almost feel, because you had such an exciting month. So in February, I think was it February we hit it. Sometimes you can have a little bit, like you can fall back a little bit as you like regain momentum again after hitting a big rank. So it's kind of what happened. It was the last month of the contest. We were Ruby, but most of my like main leaders at the time, this was years ago, but at the time they were taking a step back. They weren't super present at that last month. I was like, snap, like of all the months to disappear, this is not the month. But they did. And so I had like a little pity party because I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, I need all of these points to hit this goal. I need help, but what am I going to do? And so I felt sorry for myself for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what? It's my business. My success is up to me, not my team. Like, it's not their fault. I'm not going to blame them. Like, they're not the ones going for the top prize. I am. And so I sat down and I wrote out exactly what I needed to focus on. So what I could do. So I was focusing on the solution and not on the problem of what I could control. I can't control people, but I can control my actions. I can control like making a plan and like getting like to work. And so that's what I did. And it was hard. Like it was a lot. I was like, okay, I don't know, but you know what? We're going to go for it. And I remember it was like 30 minutes before the end of the month. And we hit the credits and we earned the top prize. And like, it was like such an empowering feeling to know that I encountered this challenge and it was hard, but instead of sitting in that place of defeat for the rest of the month, I just got into action. And so it doesn't always, like, I don't always hit my goal when I do that, but that time I did, but I for sure would not have if I had just, felt sorry for myself because my team wasn't like all gung-ho at the moment. And so just a little encouragement for you to focus on the solution, not the problem. You are in control of your actions. You cannot control people. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Okay, so for just a second, I want everyone to close your eyes. It's okay if you feel weird doing this. I did too the first time I did this, but close your eyes. And I want you to just take a sec, just take a few breaths. Probably been a long day. It's a Monday. And then I want you to think about your goal as we go into the end, like this month. What is your big goal you're going for at the end of August? Maybe it is the cruise. Like so many of you are so close to earning the cruise. Maybe it's the next prize in the cruise. Maybe it's the buddy ticket for the cruise. Maybe it's $1,000. Maybe that's your goal, to hit $1,000 paycheck for your family and the financial needs that your family has this month. I know it's back to school. There's a lot of expenses. Maybe it's the shopping spree for the leaders retreat, whatever it is. Get that goal in your mind, that big goal you have in August. Maybe it's to grow by 100 points. Maybe it's to hit a new rank. You have that goal in your mind. And I want you to take a second and think about how you are going to feel when you hit that goal. Like, how's it going to feel? Like, how are you going to feel? Are you going to feel excited? Are you going to feel empowered? Are you going to feel really proud of yourself? Is it going to be really exciting to see how proud your husband is of you because you told him you're going for this goal and you hit it and he got to watch you hit that goal? I know that was one of my favorites. How are you going to feel? Are you going to feel just really grateful because you have that additional money coming in that's going to help support your family's needs? Think about how you're going to feel, that feeling, those feelings that you're going to have. And when after this, you can write those down, but just think about that for a second. Okay, you can open your eyes. I think it's so important to tap into the emotion of how we're going to feel when we hit a goal as we're going for a big goal. I think it's really easy to have big goals and then get caught up in like the doubt and the fear and the discomfort. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. Instead of just taking a minute and experiencing how it's going to feel when we do hit it. And so I would encourage you to just take a few minutes every day, before you go to work, before you work your Plexus business, what was that, like 2 minutes? Take 2 minutes and think about it and envision it like it's happened, like it's real, like you can see those points in your mind. Or I know for one of mine, like for going Emerald, like I could see, like I would envision myself on the beach with my husband, like hearing the sound of the waves and the feel of the sand. Like you're there, like envision it. And there's just so much science behind that and how it just really encourages you in hitting your goals when you do that. So just an encouragement with that for this month before you go to work each day. And then I have a few tips to just kind of help you set you up for success. The first one, so you have your August goals, you've written them out. Well, let me back up a little bit. Get organized if you haven't yet. I know we're already on the 7th, so hopefully you're already organized. I'm getting there, not quite all the way there, but I'm in the process of making 4 lists, kind of like 4 to 5, to help me be organized. And my lists are, all my level 1s who signed from March to July, who I can help reorder in August for cruise credits. I'm making a list of all of my follow-ups. I want to follow up with 200 people this month. That's including inactives who could re-sign up. And I broke it down. It's like 10 people a day. So I'm following up with 10 people a day. It sounds way more doable when you say it that way. So I'm making a follow-up list for the month. And then I am making a list of all of my level 1s that I want to help develop, either grow their points, help them go silver, help them re-rank, whatever that looks like. So all my level 1s. And then I'm making a list of all of my level 2s who joined since March through July, who I can help either their sponsor reach out to them, or if their sponsor's not working, I can connect with them about, there's a few different things. I'll share my tip or my things in the Diamond Bound thread as I do it. But a few of my ideas are, if they're inactives, I'm going to reach out about helping them get restarted back to school. They need the fuel, energy, all the things. Or if they ordered last month, they're probably loving their products because they're still ordering. I'm going to talk to them about making $300. So that's my process. So I'm making my list so I can work through those lists and work from a place of intention and not be like scattered everywhere. That was a side note, get organized. But the first tip that I have for you all is to expect resistance, especially coming into the last month of the contest. Oh, speaking of the last month of the contest, I forgot though, that I was going to drop a little fun hint for next month, what's coming that corporate has for us. Kind of a hint. All I can say is that everything you do this month is only going to set you up for more success in September. And so they're like, no holding back. Like it's going to be amazing. It's going to help your business. It's going to be so fun. The more you do, the more your team grows in August. It's going to help in September. Stay tuned though, you guys. It's a super fun thing. Okay. So expect resistance. I think I've heard this kind of often in my Plexus journey of like, oh, this person quit, or this happened, this setback, this struggle. I feel like this means I'm not meant to do this. And that's like so unbiblical based first of all, because if you look throughout the scripture, I mean, I'm not saying everyone needs to do plexus. Some people, it's not for everyone. It's okay. It's not for you. It's not for you. But if it's because of resistance, that is not a good reason to quit. Because if you look throughout scripture, every single person that God used experienced resistance on their way to completing the plan that he had for them or the thing that he asked them to do. Like, it's just part of life. Like, it's going to happen. It's because the devil doesn't want us to do what God wants us to do. And so he's putting those roadblocks in our way. And so expect resistance this month. And when I'm going to say when it happens, because it's normal, like it's life. When it happens, know that, okay, like this is normal, like just pivot. Maybe, and it can happen in so many different forms. So maybe you had like a day full of coaching calls and your child, you get called by their school and you need to go pick them up because they got sick. And like it was right in the middle when you're supposed to doing a coaching call, like that would be a resistance. And you're going to have to just pivot and reschedule that coaching call or whatever. But know that like that way you're not so derailed of like, oh my, okay, it's not my month. This must not be the month I'm supposed to hit that goal because this happened. No, just dig in and pivot, make a new plan or change up your plan or whatever, and keep going because it's normal. Like resistance, it's going to happen. And just focus on the solutions, not the problems. Like that is like my kind of like my mantra for the month. Focus on solutions, not the problems. And the second thing is to habit stack. It's super helpful. But habit stack, an example of that would be because like I have health goals, business goals, like faith goals, or like with my walk with the Lord, family, like it's kind of like my priorities. And so a way that I habit stack would be in the morning, I get morning sun while I drink my hydrate, while I read my Bible, and then stretch. Like, and so I'm like getting the morning sun health benefits, the hydrate, I'm getting in my Bible reading. So it's like I'm doing them like kind of like blocked together. That's habit stacking. Or another example for like your business would be if you have like 4 coaching calls you need to do, maybe do them all like in the same afternoon instead of like throughout the entire week to where you have to kind of like think about, I need to go do a call here, here, here. If you just kind of do it all in the same like time frame, or maybe you want to do a power hour with your team, you could schedule it right after a team call. So you're already all on the team call anyway. And then you're just hopping on it like a power hour and working together. And so it just helps you to be more effective with not having to be scattered throughout the day of like different appointments and things. So habit stacking can really help, or taking a walk, you're getting in your health goals while praying. And those are 2 things that you can be doing at the same time, or listening to a podcast for your business and personal growth. And so that would be habit stacking. The third thing is just a reminder that everything is connected. So if something's off in your health, that can affect your business. If something's off in your family or your marriage, that can affect your business. If something's off in your walk with the Lord, like it's all connected. So don't, as we're going through, for big goals this month, it's important to prioritize the things that are important to you. And so plan a date night for your marriage, plan some rest time for you, however that looks. Plan when you're going to get in your devotions, like those are all so important. Your health is connected to your mindset, like, which we know our business is so much of our mindset. And so like get in your exercise or whatever you have for your health this month. It's really, really important. When you move your body, it's scientifically proven that it just helps you to excel in all areas of your life. And so my goal is to move my body 30 minutes every day, 6 days a week this month. And something that you can do for like to prioritize like taking a break, having some rest, and like doing something for you would be do something that you like to do to move your body, like something that's fun to you. So you're getting in that exercise, but it's also something that is going to kind of fill your cup. So for me, tomorrow I'm going rock climbing because I haven't been rock climbing in a long time. I'm probably going to look crazy doing it, but I really enjoy it. And I'm going to go by myself and I'm going to be moving my body. So that's going to be my 30 minutes of activity. I'm probably going to listen to a podcast while I'm doing it with my earbuds. And that just sounds really fun to me and very like relaxing. I mean, mentally relaxing. Obviously I'm going to be like climbing rocks, but that's just an idea. So plan in the rest time, the date night. And when I say date night, we rarely go out on a date. It's mostly like after we put our kids to bed, then we'll like watch our show, The Amazing Race. We're like obsessed with that. We want to go on it one day. So we watch Amazing Race, we'll have dessert, and that'll be our date night. And so it doesn't have to be like leaving your house. So you can plan things that work for you and still prioritize the things that are important to you. And then the last thing is the 1 day follow through. This helped me a ton. It's just simply like doing what you need to do for that day. Like you made your plan, you got organized for the month, you have your goals. Super important. But I think sometimes when we look far out, like, okay, like I have so much to do, so little time to do it in. It can be overwhelming. And then if we're overwhelmed, and then we're instantly going to feel tired, and then we're not going to feel like working, and then we might just go watch a show instead, because what's the point? And so if we just, the 1 day follow through is simply like doing what you need to do for that day. Don't worry about any of the other days. Just focus on today. And it totally goes along with that Bible verse that's like, sufficient for the day or the evils thereof, or something like that. Because the Bible also talks about planning, but then it has that verse as well. So I think it's important to just focus on the day and like what we need to do it well. And then the night before, like before we go to bed, what I like to do is write out my priorities for the next day. And then I know exactly what I'm going to do that day. I get up and I just focus on that day. And 1 day follow through, if I can just get like, if I can do today, I can do all the other days. I just need to focus on today. And then tomorrow, focus on the next day. And so that way you're not overwhelming yourself with the thought of having to do this all month long. At least that can overwhelm me. So if that relates to you. So any questions about any of that by anybody? Katie, do we have a winner for the working out and listening? Yes. It's so true. So true.
Yes, we do. Do you want me to announce her?
You want to announce it?
Yes. Jochebed, you were the drawn person. So you won.
Congrats. I will get that sent out to you. Amazon gift card. Send me your email and I'll just email it to you. Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to, any questions? It's basically all I have for tonight. Yeah. So good. I was just reading through.
I just want to say that every contest I've ever been in, like, I always feel like it's too hard or it can never happen, but I don't give up. And somehow, like my husband literally just told me, because yeah, I'm 1,000 points away. That's 1/3 of the contest still. And he's like, Kate, somehow you always squeak it out. And whether or not I squeak it out this time, I don't know. I don't know how the month's going to go, but I'm going to make sure that when I hit August 31st at midnight, I know that if it was meant to be, it was going to happen. And if not, I left nothing. Like I'm not going to end the month feeling like, man, I could have worked harder. I probably could have earned it if I really tried, because that's not how I like to play this game. I like to give it all. And then if the Lord chooses to bless me with that blessing and extra, great. And I know that I have done my best, and that's really what is important. And so just remember that, like, don't wait till the last week to crank it out. There's that video by Jill Renfro. If you need to go watch it. It's going around. We've cycled it through. But if you're over there and you've given it your all, you can hold your head up high. And also we can go into September with all the fun things going that Joanna was kind of hinting at. You're not going to regret every ounce of work that you put in this month. You are not going to regret it come September. And you might even hear something sooner than September, but if not, something's coming, and what we do now is only going to be amazing for this month and possibly future months. So just give it your all.
Yes, I love that so much. Just remembering every point, every order counts. Like every order counts. That always helps me to know, just to like keep in the back of my mind, because sometimes if we have this big goal and we think like one more order is not going to be a big deal, but it actually is. That is, every order counts. Celebrate every single order. I just helped someone reorder today. I know Katie just did right before the call, or is going to anyway, but she was inactive and I helped her reorder. I was like, yay, okay, one more order. And I'm messaging Katie like, okay, like 15 more points down, like 1,000 to go. But every order counts, because often the last week, like Katie said, is when it's like all the exciting things happen. And so many people have missed their goal by literally 1 to 5 orders, like so often, because they thought it was too far away. And so they kind of gave up a little bit and didn't think they would hit it. But then when all the credits, because we know how credits are, like you don't get rank up credits right away. Those come afterwards. It all adds up like after the month is over. And then when you see if you're like 2 orders away, like that's the worst feeling. I mean, it's exciting because you got really close to like, oh man, 2 more orders. If I would have just like sent 5 more messages or whatever. And so just remembering every order counts, it truly, truly does. Like when I helped my girl go Fast Start Gold in March, like I never knew she would go Fast Start Gold. Like I followed up with, she wasn't even someone I knew, and followed up with her, helped her sign up. She ended up adding 17 people in 1 month. And so like, if I hadn't sent that follow-up, and then I wouldn't have helped her add 17 people. And so just remember, every order counts. You got this. Praying for you all. Love you all. Thank you so much for doing this with us. It's so much fun. And I'm just so excited to see all the fun things that come this month. Have a good night.